Hello my beautiful people, how are you doing? It's been 2 weeks since I've been here last time, and yeah, a lot of things happened in my private life and also in my cross-stitching life, and in this Flosstube number 7 I would like to talk about it. So, my name is Michał or Michael, and welcome to Star Parade. And today we've got 9th of May 2021. I wrote it down just to make sure and then messed up. So I'm testing a new lighting system. I bought two soft boxes, soft studio lights, and we'll see if that will improve the quality of my channel or not. I hope it will, because I can already see that I don't drop like a huge shadow behind me, which is great. And hopefully this adding this to my set will help a little bit with my floss tube. And also a terrible glare on my glasses is gone, which is great, and you can you can actually see my eyes a little bit better. And yeah, so upgrades, people, upgrades, I guess. How you guys been? I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. What's new? Tell me. Are you healthy? Are you staying safe? Are you wearing your condom? Tell me. That's important, to stay safe every single time and every single occasion. As you can see, I trimmed my beard a little bit. I was a little bit tired of it. It was a little bit too long and I cannot sculpture it well. So I thought, let's just trim it a little bit more and look a little bit younger. So let's start maybe with the sub count on my channel. So I recently passed 390 subs, which is more than I ever imagined, to be fair. I'm still amazed that new people are subscribing to my channel. It's you guys. You are just spreading the word around and talking about me and mentioning me in your videos, and I am very, very grateful for that. I don't think my content is it's the best as it can get, solely because I do not edit my videos. I just turn on the camera and ramble whatever I want to. I have just a short list just in front of me to make sure that I don't miss out on the most important stuff, but I will probably throw things in as I usually do. And if you don't like that, I'm really sorry about it. I do really apologize. I'm drinking something different today. It's not decaffeinated Coke. It's Fanta that has mysterious flavor. The whole spiel about it is to figure out what kind of flavor it is. It can be urine. It can be washed potatoes. It can't be anything. It's blue. It's quirky color. I don't know. But but to be fair, and to be honest, if your drink is colored, it's blue and it's colored, it's probably not healthy. But at least it's sugar free, right? Also, on the plus side of this drink, it's not as carbonated as Coke, so expect a little bit less burping on my side. With the new lights, I'm not sure if you can even see the fairy lights behind me, so I ruined a little bit the mood of this of the floss tube, which I set up last time. But I guess we have to choose if we want better quality of the video, or we want the fairy lights behind. And I think the quality has to be a priority here. Just to improve things around, and maybe more people will subscribe to my channel because of that, because of the jump in quality. Who knows? We'll see. But I think I will keep them as it is for the time being, because I can see in my little mirror behind the camera that, because I don't have the camera that flips its screen so I can see what's going on. I just have to rely on the mirror behind my mobile phone. So I'm very sorry for that. But I can see it is slightly better. Okay, so I will in this fast tube. Let's start with the mentioning with some mentions. First up is channel that is run by Jen. Hi Jen, how are you? Her channel is Wolf Down the Rabbit Hole. And yeah, she is a fantastic person. She mentioned me in her last Flosstube saying such a lovely things about me, that I'm very humble, that um, according to her, I made some very detailed work. And I'm sorry, Jen, but I don't know where do you see any details in my work. It's not very detailed. It's just a mashup of everything. Um, I have just a little bit different style than other floss tubers. At least I noticed, because I don't do any samplers. I might probably try one in the future, but generally it's not something that I enjoy doing, because it is very monothematic to me. I know you have different motifs on it that you can stitch up, and it's supposed to be as a stress relief tool. But I'm not really keen on doing them. I mean, maybe if I find something very interesting that'll actually be worth for me stitching. And for the disclaimer, if you are stitching samplers and you enjoy that, I'm completely fine with that. I watch floss tubers that are mainly about samplers, and I'm fine with that. If that's what you like and your videos are entertaining, I will still watch you. You can stitch whatever you want. I'm To be fair, if when I'm watching floss tubers, the stitching is the secondary part of the video. For me, most important is person behind it. And if you are interesting, if you are humble, if you are genuinely nice and lovely person, and you have something to talk about, I will listen, because I feel like it just brings people together. Flosstube, just for me, it brings me together to other people, and helps me to let them know better, and shows me their life on a much personal level than normally I would find out, because I'm kind of, to be honest, I'm a kind of awkward person. And if you will stumble upon me in the wild, quote unquote, in the wild, and for example in a party, or um, in a park, and strike up a little conversation with me, or on a little house party, I'm not the most talkative person, but me sitting in front of camera, it just lets me to talk and releases my awkwardness, kinda. It just eases me up, and I am able to talk about various things that I'm not able to talk in real life, because you have to have conversation, and I'm more of a listener than a speaker. So I am very passive in the conversation, which to be fair, I am trying to change that. I'm trying to take control a little bit of that. So I was supposed to talk about Jan, for example, now from Wolf Down the Rabbit Hole, and I turned it around and I was talking about me for the majority of time. But okay, back to the topic. I'm just diversing my conversation a little bit too much. So she have started a lot of very interesting projects, and the one that I picked my interest was the Pokemon one, and the pattern is free. She kindly sent me the link to it, and I might probably start it soon, because I grew up on Pokemon, first generation of Pokemon and second generation of Pokemon. That was my shtick, that was my spiel, and I really, really enjoyed it. I mean, who doesn't enjoy a good dose of Pokemon? Probably probably Christian because it suggests that evolution exists. That went dark. I'm sorry. If you're a Christian, I have nothing against you. I am a former Christian myself. So I understand the religion, I understand belief. I don't want to get into that too much because this is about cross-stitching, not about theology. The second person I would like to mention, and you probably never heard of her, it's Aysun from Aysun Tailor. I will try to link all of the people channel that I mentioned down in the description below. Um, she just recently started her Flosstube, and she is such a humble and nice person. Um, she's just starting her journey, and she treats the cross stitching as a form of stress relief, which is perfect and completely fine. And she just started. She has literally like this size of a box, like an empty cookie box, metal tin, full of cross stitching. She just started, and she is enjoying her little projects. And yeah, I would like to support her a little bit more. So if you like humble people and passionate about their stuff, because this is like her little bit of side project. She is mainly running her own business related with tailoring, I believe, and so this is her side thing. She is mostly releasing videos about her business. So if you want to see someone new and watch another person's video, her videos, to be fair, are a little bit on short side, but that's okay. You can watch them on one go and just enjoy them as they are. I think her first floss tube is over like 13 minutes long, so not too short, not too long. Definitely much shorter than my video. I mean, I already passed like 12 almost. Yeah, I've passed the 12 minutes of the video just talking about random stuff, and I haven't showed even my first project. And next person I would like to mention is Anastasia. Her floss tube is Anastasia Neko. She is next floss tuber that is, I believe she lives in China, and she is Russian, and she is married to Chinese gentlemen, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Just smother me in the comments, Anastasia. I'm prepared. It's not the first time I'm being corrected on the internet, and I will admit my mistakes with with I don't know. I will just admit my mistakes. Sorry, I lost myself there. I'm not native. I'm not native English speaker, so sometimes I want to say something clever, but it doesn't work. Cheers. Mm. So about Anastasia. Well, she is making a beautiful designs. Not making designs. She's stitching beautiful designs. Mostly Russian artists involved, and she recently, I think she is doing like little like spring lady, like a lady all in white with nice little folk kind of design for her friend. And in her last floss tube she told that she's a little bit sick of it, so it's going in her stash for a little bit, but I would like to see her finishing it because it's very interesting. And she is organizing at the moment Stitch Along, which is very interesting. So her Stitch Along is about stitching something made by a Russian designer. So it has to involve either backstitching or blending threads or both. So apparently most of Russian designers like to blend threads, like to blend those. I don't. Um, some people argue that it's necessary or unnecessary because usually you can find a floss that is like right in between two flosses, so you technically you don't have to blend. But I think the blending is a good option because it helps you save a little bit of money just combining two colors together instead of buying another one, which is it gives a very interesting effect, and I have nothing against it. I mean, I have to start my stitching a little bit differently with that because I usually do the loop start, which anchors the thread perfectly for me. So obviously I cannot do that with blended threads. So I have to try to pin the stitches as I go, pin the thread with stitches as I go, or try to, if there's like one single stitch that it's blend, I will probably go flip the project around, just thread it through a little bit of previous cross stitches and pierce through it, so do my little stitch and end it the same way as I started, and that helps to secure it a little bit better. I don't know how to explain it in detail, but I think I know I think you know what I mean. So the next person I would like to talk about is Sitichy Lemon. She is Germany. She is a lady based in Germany. She is a very young lady. She is very nice, and her set is fantastic. Her lighting is perfect, and she did like one or two videos already, and she is crushing it with the subscribers. A lot of people like to watch her, and her Flosstube is very interesting because whenever she makes a video uh, on her Flosstube, it is she's making two videos. One is in German and the other one is in English. So she is producing two videos about the stitching that she makes, and that is very interesting approach. I thought that maybe I should do something like that, but then I thought to myself, oh, it's too much work. Yet I'm not editing anything. So I'm just lazy and I will not do that because I don't want to divide my audience. And if I will post something, I would like people to understand what I'm talking about and enjoy what I'm talking about. Not, I wouldn't like to people go and suffer speaking with me speaking Polish like throughout the video. But I guess it works for her because her audience thinks that her audience is a little bit more diverse, and this is very interesting to see people, you know, taking a different approach than I, or taking a little bit different approach than other person. For example, Claire. Remember Claire? Stage led by Claire. I've got a little bit of a little surprise regarding Claire, but it'll be at the end of the video. But Claire, she is desperately trying to get to her 1,000 subscribers, and for the time being, as today, as we speaking, let me check on my phone. She has. One moment, I'm very curious because when we talked last time, she had 649 subscribers. And one moment. So Claire at the moment is on 744 subscribers. So she gained almost 100 subscribers since last time. It is unbelievable, and she is getting close. She's so close to that 1,000 sub count. So I am trying to hurl as many people. How many people? as many people as I can to her channel just to subscribe, because she is just struggling at the moment. She is using her husband's laptop to film up live Flosstube. She every single video that she produces on her Flosstube is a live video. So if you actually happen to stumble upon her, alive, you can just jump in and just talk with her. And she is kind enough to not to mumble to herself and to the camera all the time. She just interacts with you guys, and that is a very original approach to Flosstube. And the reason why she is struggling and she's trying to get to that 1,000 subscribers, not because she's such a diva and she wants to have a lot of subscribers because that's important to her. She just wants to use her phone as the tool to film her live Flosstubes. Unfortunately, I don't know when did that started, but it had to be in past 5 years that the YouTube actually did that. Because before you could do anything from your phone and everything works fine, but I guess YouTube is kind of trying to be a little bit careful of what people post on their platform, just to limit weird things and perverted things and not safe for work things on YouTube. Because I don't know if you can just flag the video, I guess, if that has nudity or anything like that. But long story short, I'm trying to say that she needs to reach 1,000 subscribers to even use her phone to film a live video. It doesn't have. I don't understand one thing. Why can you film live, stream live videos from your computer, but you cannot do it from your phone? I don't know the reason behind that, but she needs to get to 1,000 subscribers just to film her videos on her phone. Well, not film it, just broadcast a live video of her Flosstube. So I'm just sorry. I just stumbled upon my words again. Sometimes my English doesn't work. I'm sorry. But please subscribe to Claire. She desperately needs it. And I can just encourage you to go there and subscribe. I cannot force you, but if I could, I would. I would just take your finger and just click the subscribe. I know you will resist, but I will still do it. Okay, as the time being, that's all people that I wanted to mention. So, let's get down to the stitching. So, first thing I want to show you guys is the others. I think I have here. So the project looks like that. So as you can see, it is completely drafted by me. And I have started in this top left corner over here and making my way downtown. So I finally touched them again, which is yay. And let me show you. So at the moment I have 800 stitches done. And this is like a drop in the sea, I'm telling you guys. But look, this is how it looks at the moment. I don't know if you can see well. Maybe if I'll tilt it. I'm not sure. But yeah, and I really like it. I really like how colors are getting along together, but it is just a blob at the moment. It's a mess and it doesn't look like much. So hopefully as I go with the project it will start to look better, but at the moment it doesn't look like much. So it's just a line basically, it's not a lot. It's really hard to stitch on this. I feel like it's a very complicated design. I mean, when I drafted it, at the end of the chart it says complexity. Complexity. Let me just. Let me just check it, because I cannot English today. I cannot English today. It's just horrible. I'm very sorry for that. Where are you? You should be somewhere here. There we go. So it is complexity, and it is highly complex. So even on the freaking chart, they warn me, but I choose to ignore it, that it is complex, and it is. So sometimes in 10 by 10 block I have 1 stitch of one color and 2 stitches of different color, and it takes ages to stitch that. But it is my focus project. This is something that I have to sit down if I've had 2 or 3 hours on my hand and just go on with it. I barely touch it when I have like a 1 hour of stitching. So at the moment my life is a little bit busy with my work, and so I am trying to touch it on the weekend, but unfortunately or fortunately I have different projects that I want to handle. Especially one of them, it is a high priority project because it'll be gifted, and the couple that we are friends with, me and my partner, they are going back to States, and they're gonna stay there for X amount of time. They are also in the military as my partner in Royal Air Force. So I'm not even sure when we will see them again. So I want to hurry up and make sure that I will finish it before they go, because it'll be horrible if I will miss that date. I will show you the project in a bit, but let's move on with my little list here. So I would like to show you my progress on the Ravenclaw. So actually I should show you the before and after on the others, but there's not a lot that there's not a lot to show. Let me just okay, let me get my iPad. Okay, so Ravenclaw. I had to take a screenshot of my Flosstube. I'm very sorry for that, because I forgot to take a photo of it. So this is how it looked before. Can I actually up there we go. So this is how it looked before. Sorry, there's my hand in the screenshot. So I almost finished with first page, which is great. I am deliberately not stitching anything in black, solely because I want to leave it as a last thing to do. Do I have I probably don't have it, don't I? Yeah, I don't think I have it here. Shoot, I should be a little bit more prepared and show you how it looks when it's done. So give me a second. I'm very sorry. I always have to stand up in my videos and just do something else, because that's how I am. I'm just incompetent, I guess. Right. Okay. I am very sorry, but you know me, it wouldn't be a Flosstube if I didn't have to stand up for something. So this how the project will look like. I really do like it. First of all, when I started, I thought the colors look kinda vomity. Sorry for the comparison, but it's true. They look a little bit vomity when I started it. So let me show you where I am at the moment. And I made quite a bit of progress, I must say. Not to be cocky, but I actually did. There we go. This is my progress at the moment. Whoops, I should put a little bit higher on the board. Let me show you this beauty. Huh? Can you see it? I hope you can see it. So I did all that. I did all that over here. And you can see the outline of the castle. Actually, this is one of the towers. It'll be here and it will go down. So yeah, this is quite a bit of progress. I'm very pleased with it, and it's actually starting to look really good on this. I wasn't sure how it will look on this. I'm actually stitching in 35 count linen. It's a flubber linen, and one person on my previous video actually mentioned what exactly is a flubber linen. And let me find a comment because this is very interesting. Let me find the person that is responsible for this comment. First of all, this is very, very important. Because if you ever own a flubber linen, it might help you. It'll break or make or break your experience. So the person it was I'm sorry, technical difficulties. Oh, there we go. It is from Modern Flock Embroidery. I believe that this person is quite well known in the Flosstube community, but I never heard of him, to be fair. But I will watch his video. This is very important and interesting. So, Floba is a linen viscose blend, so it is 70% synthetic and 30% linen. I didn't know that. So it basically makes it very even, almost like an even weave. But the problem is that it might be not very heat resistant. So if you are ever stitching on the flubber linen, please make sure not to ramp up your iron on a high, because you might actually melt it and your stitching will go down to the drain and down to the bin. So thankfully he mentioned what exactly flubber linen is to me, so I will just spread the word around if you ever... Oh my gosh, my itchy nose. I guess... So, in a second, Michael, in a second, just slow down. Finish one sentence and go to the other one. So he mentioned that it is very important to be careful with it. So I'm spreading word around. If you stitch on flubber linen, please watch what you're doing and do not iron it on a very high temperature, because you can actually melt your fabric and it will ruin it. So someone mentioned before that I have also a Flosstube syndrome, so itchy nose is apparently very common in Flosstube community. So I don't understand why. I guess it started recently and I become a full-fledged Flosstuber because my nose is itchy during a Flosstube. So yeah. Next things up, progress on the frogs. Apparently this is the crowd favorite because I receive a lot of comments regarding that. And this is how they will look when they are finished. They're a bunch of crazy rainforest frogs packed up together and ready for action, whatever that action might be. It's action, reaction, you know what I mean. You know, a little bit wow, wow, wow. But probably not. They're just hanging. They are just hanging with each other. So I actually have a photo of my project and when it was last time when I showed it. Boom. Sorry, it is in a hoop, but you know, yes, the comment that was 2 or 3 floss tubes ago, I'm using a hoops. I kind of like them at the moment, and yeah, I probably will not go to hand stitching anytime soon, although sometimes it's faster doing those needle stitches or sewing stitches or whatever you call them. But I am enjoying a hoop because I think the fabric tension is quite important while doing floss tube, so I am staying and keeping up with that. So these here, this is where I was 2 weeks ago. As you can see, I was working on the blue frog right here, and yeah, let me show you where I am now. I know that my iPad is dying and it has like 4% of battery, so I'm really hoping that it will manage till the end of this floss tube so I can charge it properly. But I usually try to deplete the batteries of my devices down to like 10% and below, and then charge it just to save the battery and prevail it from getting weaker and holding less charge than before. I don't know if that's true or not, but with old batteries, with all first cell phones, that was the case, and it was the best to almost it's basically deplete your battery up to almost zero and then charge it fully. But I guess I'm still keeping the old habits. They are still alive with me. Sorry if that annoys you. I'm really sorry. So yeah, let me just show you the frogs. Crowd's favorite. So this is where I am now. As you can see, I basically finished the blue frog right here. I'm moving around and going this way just to try to finish the next frog down the line. And yeah, this is how they look at the moment. They are gorgeous. I love them. And they're very beautiful. I do love them. And they are stitched on 32 count even weave. And the even weave name is Woodland. And that's a really nice fabric. And I bought it on Lakeside Needlecraft store. This is one of their personal, like, exclusive fabrics, and it is actually cheaper than Zweigart. So I will probably be buying that again because it is a nice fabric. And I really do like it, but be careful with the pen on those fabrics because they like to stain, as we saw on my fox. Speaking of him, I still haven't washed him. So I'm a little bit afraid I will probably try to rub off a little bit of ink soon enough just to see if it stains nicely. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should probably watch my other videos, and it will give you more understanding about my mumbling at the moment. So let me just fold it up nicely. Yeah, I do like my frogs. They are lovely. I would like to put them in the kitchen. I don't know why, but I feel that they belong to the kitchen. Next up is Fox Wizard. So last time I showed you the Fox Wizard. This is the piece that I was talking about that I will give as a present to my friends. This is how he will look like. This is so adorable. And I actually am changing the pattern a little bit. I will put a few words down below. Something like, may the dice roll in your favor, and change his wand a little bit. Instead of this little pebble and blue thing, I will put a few dice that will just swirl around. And we'll see how it will look. And yeah, so this is how he looks fully finished. And last time when I was showing you guys the pattern, it was just a gridding, just a few grids, and that's it. But I have finished the grid. I finished the gridding, and I actually started to stitch on it, and I made quite a bit of progress actually. So Thankfully, this is a very small piece, so I should be able to do a Sappho. So start and finish in May. So it'll be actually amazing because they are leaving in the end of June. So it'll give me almost a whole month to frame it. And because I am adding extra steps and things in between, it will be not standardized size. So I'll have to give it to the framers to work on it. So I will not be able to frame it myself, unfortunately. So this is my needle minder. I showed you last time how it looks. And this is, I finished the head and I'm going down with his little hood. Look at him. He's so cute. He's so pretty. Look at this little guy. Oh my god. I really do love him. He is looking so cute, but he will look much, much better with backstitching. This is one of the pieces that without backstitching, it will not look good. And I think this is one of the pieces that uses blended threads. So I'm very, very interested how it will turn out. But this is my little needle minder for my little project. This little cat in a teacup, and I really adore it. I bought it on Amazon. Someone actually asked me where did I bought this little cat, and I bought it on Amazon. So all you have to do is probably type cat needle minder. It took ages to get here. I think it was shipped from China, and it took really, really long time. I think like 4 weeks, which was crazy. I even forgot that I ordered them. A receptionist just let me know that there's a parcel for me at reception, and I thought I didn't order anything. What parcel? I just went there. It was just tiny little envelope, and when I opened it, I just knew. I reminded myself, oh, it's this guys. Oh, perfect. So that's me mumbling about my very poor memory, I guess. So this time I have to show you actually a finished object, which is also exciting. Last time I showed you my blanket and the progress on my blanket. So lo and behold, it's done. It's finished. So I will show you how it looks. I mean, I will try to show you how it looks because it is massive and it's super heavy. It is very heavy. It will be probably actually used as a throw more than a blanket, but it is a functional blanket. It's massive. Look, it's folded. It is. I've checked it and it's bigger than a king size throw. So whichever bed I will use in the future, it will fit on it. Definitely. It will look ridiculous on a single bed though, so I hope I will never use a single bed. So yeah, so it is fully finished. And it is absolutely amazing. Well, I don't want to go over it. Okay. You probably cannot see his full glory, but this is the beginning. Yeah, so I was widening the pattern. This is the end. What am I talking about? This is the beginning. And because it's a little bit more flimsy, and I guess I was just trying it out and it's fraying quite a bit. So I was widening the pattern along the way. As you can see, just the 3 rows and back to 1 after we finished. And yeah, it is fully finished. I love it, I adore it, and it is awesome. Let me try to actually fold it now because I don't want to leave it as it is because it is so big of a project. Ugh. Jesus. Just things flying. Yeah. No. Work with me. Work with me, blanket. Oh, I messed up. How did I mess up? Ah. No. I'm sorry, this is just a comedy show now. Arrgh. Okay. Come on, do it. Do it for Papa. Do it for your creator. Okay. Sorry, you're gonna see my behind a little bit, but whatever. I don't care. I don't care. Do you? Not? Oh, how was a workout? I should probably add it to my workout routine just to fold and unfold it. But I do love him. It is actually a perfect blanket for me at the moment because it allows to have a nice airflow because it has holes in it by design, not by accident, by design. And yeah, I use it quite often with my partner and we do enjoy and love it. At least whenever he visits me, because I usually visit him. Because I'm such a lovely person that I go in the train and visit him. Don't be alarmed. It is normal and healthy because it's because of COVID. It's not because he doesn't want to or he's too lazy to visit me. Don't blame it on him. Blame on the Air Force. Because of the COVID, they are restricting travel. They're very strict with traveling. So he wasn't during the lockdown. He wasn't basically allowed to go anywhere. So and if he got caught by police and reported, he would have massive problems with the Air Force. So I just took it on my shoulders and I was visiting him every single week. I never complained about it because that wasn't an issue to me. I just wanted to see him, so it was our only option, so I did that. So, this is all my stitching and all my crocheting. At the moment, I haven't picked up the crochet needle yet, but I have a little bit of yarn there from last time. I have a lot of leftovers. Maybe I will do something in the future. Who knows? Let's get to the haul, as people like to say. Haul and the stuff that I bought. So let's start with non-cross-stitch related things, but kind of fun and important. So I bought a new journal. This is my travel journal, and it says "Not all who wander are lost," and it has my name engraved. And I bought it on Etsy, and I do love it because it's very personalized. And yeah, this will be my journal. This is a long letters kind of binding thing that you wrap around, and it keeps it together. I do love it, and this will be my YouTube kind of journal. I will put my ideas here, put my lists and stuff, and yeah, I hope it will be a nice way of keeping my ideas intact and in place. So yeah, I really do love it. It is a 5 size, so a little bit bigger than the normal traveler's journal, but it is what it is. They didn't have better options, and the other sellers that I stumbled upon, I didn't like the designs, I didn't like the materials that they used, so I just went with this, I guess. So yeah, this is kind of a little bit cross-stitch related. At least it's Flosstube related because I'm using it right. So right, next thing that I bought when I was in Dover with my friends and my partner. So white cliffs of Dover. I will show you two photos of the cliffside, and it is actually a beautiful, very beautiful place. I would recommend if you ever come to England or if you are living in England, just go there. It's a beautiful seaside. It's on the south east side of England. So Look at those views. It is gorgeous over there. And yeah, so we've been there just for a day trip. It is about 3 hours drive from my place, and it was absolutely fantastic. We just chipped in on the gas and went there. It was absolutely amazing, and I would recommend to anyone to go there. I bought three things there. First of all, I bought some local wine, which was amazing, white wine. And I bought a little tea towel. This is how it looks when it's unfolded, but I didn't take it from the packaging. And also a tote bag, which has exactly the same design, so you will see it a little bit better. So it has a Spitfire, cliffs, and on the other side it says the White Cliffs of Dover on Kent, and has few ships on it. And it'll be probably nice to make a project bag out of it, but I have no idea how to do it. So I might probably end up giving it to someone as a present, because it is a really nice bag, and it wasn't very expensive. It was, let me check the price, it was £12, so it wasn't that bad, right? Am I right, or am I right? I hope I'm right. So this is not cross-stitch related at all, but I wanted to show you because it's so beautiful. I'm sorry you have to endure this. The next part of haul, it is very cross-stitch related because it is patterns that I bought. If you are following my Instagram, which I will link down below, you probably noticed that I bought a lot of patterns. If you managed to see my story on time, let me just have a little sip. I should do it more often, just have a drink. So first thing I want to show you, it is something that I bought on Etsy. I mean, all of my patterns that I have here I bought on Etsy, but this is something, when I saw it, I just had to have it. Remember my beautiful / ugly fox that I do not remember where I put him? Where are you, fox? You're somewhere, right? I didn't throw you away. Anyway, I found a perfect companion for him. It is pretty much exactly the same pose as the fox is doing, but it is a red panda. Look at him. He is surrounded by very beautiful flowers, so if my fox will end up surviving the process of dyeing the fabric while he's stitched on it, this will be his companion, and I will stitch him probably on the exact same fabric, and they will be like two collective pieces together, and they will be like a couple, and I'm very excited to do it. Look, it is almost exactly the same pose as he's striking. I don't remember where I put him. I would love to show them together. Do I have my pattern somewhere here at least? I might have a picture. Oh yeah, a picture. Picture. I want to show you my picture. I have a picture, but it's not exactly what I wanted to show you. Let me just zoom in and cut out my face. Ugh, it's horrible. No, that won't cut. But whatever. You know how it looks like if you follow me. I don't want to waste any more time of freaking searching for something that I don't know where it is. So I love it, and I will probably stitch it quite soon, because maybe I will stitch it after I find out what's going on with the fox, okay? So next pattern I bought is also from Etsy. I bought 5 patterns in shop name Stitching Land. First is Stonehenge. We've been there last year before they closed everything up in December, and I thought it was a nice memory to go there. It's not much. Actually, Stonehenge is a little bit of boring place, and there's not a lot going on over there for the money that you're paying, because we had to pay £50 to get to inner circle, to to actually go into the Stonehenge and walk around and take some pictures. So this is the pattern, and I really love it. It looks absolutely fantastic and beautiful, and I'm anxious to stitch this. It will make actually my memories better and, and more worthwhile, I would say, because Stonehenge is a little bit overhyped. I am being very generous here with my opinion. So the next pattern from Stitching Land is this little Happy Halloween pattern. I never celebrated Halloween because in Poland we don't celebrate Halloween. We celebrate All Saints Day in rough translation. So it is a very sad day in my opinion, because all you do is go to the sermon and visit a bunch of graves and grapes. You visit a bunch of graves and light the candles on the grave, and that's it, and think about the people that die. So it is not the Spanish death festival and holiday. It is like washed down, more sad and more depressed version of it. And back to the pattern, it's just three kittens just trick-or-treating, and I love it. I want to finally celebrate a little bit of Halloween. Since my partner is from United States and it's natural for him to celebrate Halloween, I thought I will finally, jump into Halloween wagon and just stitch something and have a decor for Halloween. And I love those three kittens. Look at them, they're so cute. They're trick-or-treating. Trick-or-treat. I never did that. And I feel my life isn't complete because I didn't do any trick-or-treat. Trick-or-treat. Yeah, okay. The third pattern that I got from Stitching Land, it is Mrs. Duck. Yes, you heard me right. It's Mrs. Duck. And she is absolutely dashing and fantastic. And when I saw her, I thought, I have to have her. I mean, look at her. Look how fabulous she is. She is such a lady. You can see that she saw things and she ordered things to be done. She is reckless and heartless ruler. But she's also adorable, and she's a duck. I would like to stitch her. She's very adorable. Third pattern that I've got from Stitching Land is Autumn Sky. And I really like the colors of this pattern, and it's very blocky, I would say, but also very colorful at the same time. And I don't feel that it'll be very complicated to stitch something like that. So it will be put on my list somewhere, but it wasn't something that I was eager to buy. But when you bought 5 patterns on the shop, all of them were discounted, so I had to pick something extra. And I thought it has really nice and bright colors. And last pattern that I bought from Stitching Land, it is a camp pattern. I am a very outdoorsy person. When I have a chance to do it, I have 2 tents. I have a lot of gear for hiking and camping outside. So natural for me was grabbing this pattern. It is a little tent with a campfire. I don't know if you can see it well. I hope you do, because this pattern is quite dark. Oh, that's better, I guess. Yeah, that's much better. So it is like a little campsite down in the woods, and I really do love it. You can see a moon and a lake behind the tent. It is a very nice pattern that I will stitch. Next pattern is it is a dock on the lake. I will show you it from afar because it is like a full pattern on one page, and it looks like that. And because of this is a pattern, you will probably see it better from the far. So this, here's a deck, this is little lake, and you have like bushes, and not hedge, just some flora around, and some nice sunset, and the colors are really nice. And I've seen people stitching this, and it looks really nice. So I would like to stitch that at some point. And it has about 10. It has 10 colors, so that's very affordable. I'll be probably stitching that on Ada fabric, because it is a full coverage piece anyway. So I don't think the fabric counts as much. And the next one is Starry Night. Starry Night. How do you call that? Tell me, help me. my English is bad today. Oh my gosh. So it is a Starry Night around the mountains. This is how it looks, and it is adorable. It is absolutely fantastic. It almost looks like, I think it's a little bit, it has like Aurora Borealis going around here, and it's like Norway kind of thing themed, and Sweden or Iceland, who knows. So yeah, this is very beautiful pattern, and it is very calm and has a lot of earth tones, and I love it. Do you like it? I hope you do, because if I will stitch it, you'll see it more often. And next pattern, it is a lantern at the night sky. I don't have actual names of those patterns on it, so I'm just making them up. And it is very beautiful. And when I saw it, I knew that I had to have it. So I bought it, and it'll be beautiful finish on the hoop. So yeah, they had actually two different versions of this. So in my opinion, this one is better, but it is just my opinion, you know. So next pattern that I bought, it is this little cat around some flowers. So I'm planning to stitch that in near future. Somewhere around actually October, November, because this will be for my friend that is in Poland, and she actually owns a black cat. So when I saw it on the internet, I thought I have to do it. I have to buy something like that. So her cat is named Luna, and she is very adorable, very playful, and very lovely cat. So I haven't gifted her anything for her birthday in quite a while, so I thought she deserves something. So I will make this for her, and she'll be so happy, and she'll hang it somewhere. And so yeah, I will like to make it for her. So her birthday is in January. So hopefully, and it doesn't require a lot of colors, which is great. Hopefully I'll make it happen, and I will try to make it happen, first of all. And it's not complicated pattern, so it should be easy to finish it. And I will not finish it on the hoop. I will have her finish it on the hoop, because I think it might get damaged when I send it already framed on the hoop. I'm not really sure. I don't trust the post that much. Do you have any question time? Do you have any experience with sending finished objects through the post that are on the hoops or framed, how often they getting broken or uh, damaged during transit. Tell me, I have to know because that will determine if I will finish it on the hoop for her or just send the hoop or just send the fabric. I'm not sure. Tell me. That is quite important. And the last fabric that I bought of Etsy, it is Little Prince. Did any of you guys read the Little Prince? It is a French story about a little boy um, that was traveling through the multiverse. I would say traveling from planet to planet, and he stumbled upon on shut down pilot on the desert, and they had a little nice conversation with each other. And I don't know what is going on in this book half of its time because it is all over the place, and I should probably reread it as I am adult because I don't think I fully grasped the concept of this book because it was like a mandatory book that we had to read in Poland when I think it was on my fourth or fifth grade of the primary school, whatever. This is the pattern, and it's beautiful. And they also have two different designs of little prints, and it the silhouette stays the same, but the background is different. And they both were very beautiful and pretty. So I was like jumping from one to another and wasn't sure which one should I get, but I ended up getting this one. So yeah, it is very beautiful, and it calls to. It doesn't have a lot of colors. Also, it has about 20 colors. So I feel that it should stitch up very very nicely. So that was the patterns that I bought of Etsy. I have two more things to show you guys, which is bound to the surprise that I was talking about in the beginning of the Flosstube. Let's just cheers. There's nothing inside, just soda. Okay. So I jumped on the bandwagon and bought two books of Emma Congdon, known as Stitchrovia. And I bought both of them. Is Stitching for the Soul and Stitching for the Earth. And I do love these books. But the problem with these books is that they are very hard to cross stitch of them, to see the patterns due to the binding of the book. So I also ended up buying, and oh, they have a conversion chart also if you need it. Very nice. So they're quite hard to stitch. Well, maybe not that hard, but it's a little bit more difficult to stitch on them since they are on the book. So I bought a digital copy for myself also of these books. So I have 4 books. And I don't need 4 books. I just need 2 of them, whatever. So out of these 2 books, I like Stitching for the Earth better because in my opinion, it has better patterns. I'm sure if you are interested in those books, you already know how they look like, but I'll show you. These are the patterns. So which one I love? I love this one, and I think Jan from Wolf Down the Rabbit Hole also loves that one. Which one is also on that? This one, this safari one is very nice. This is the forest one. Which one? I mean, most of the patterns on here are very beautiful. I really adore this book and I'm so happy to have it. I was considering should not get it, but I ended up getting it and I do not regret it. It has 20 beautiful designs and you only pay £16 for it. So sometimes you can have 4 designs for that price or even less. So I am very, 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 very happy that I have it. And if you've seen the Stitching for the Soul, it mostly has like inspirational quotes. So yeah, these are the designs. I'm sure if you're interested in those books, you've already seen it, but to be fair, this is not my favorite. And most of the designs are not so awesome or not my style at all, but I still got it just to have a whole series. And also I think these patterns will be good for a gift. So if I don't know what other people like, what is their style, stitching something like that, it is a good way to go. Because who wouldn't like to have an inspirational quote on their wall? I mean, if I received something like that, I wouldn't be mad. Like, for example, a good companion shortens the longest road. Do what makes you happy. It always seems impossible until it's done, which is beautiful quotes. And if I receive something like that from someone, I wouldn't be mad and I will hang it somewhere on the wall, on my corridor or in my room. It is just universal and you cannot go wrong with it in my opinion. So speaking about these 2 books, I am hosting a giveaway. If you follow my Flosstube, and not my Flosstube, my Instagram, you probably already know about it. Some people already know about it, and I am hosting a giveaway. I am giving away a digital copies of the book. So it'll be 3 books for 3 different people on my Instagram. And I call this giveaway a CLAIR. I thought about it like 2 days or 3 days ago. I should name it somehow, and I thought it's CLAIR, not giveaway. It's a CLAIR, a giveaway named CLAIR, because I am not doing it for myself. You don't have to subscribe to me, but I would like you to subscribe to CLAIR instead. So I want her to reach that 1,000 subs and see her next video in glorious full HD. So a little bit of disclaimer: this book will be posted to you if you win, of course. This book will be posted. One of these books will be posted to you through email, and it'll be on Google Books. And in my opinion, this was a better option than getting a physical copies of the books, because you can, if you open it on the tablet on your computer, you can just enhance the image and take a screenshot and print it out, so you have exact size that you want, an exact fragment of the pattern that you really want. So it should be a lot better than having a physical copy of the book. I like material stuff and I like to have physical things, but if I will be stitching one of those designs, I will be using an electronic version of the book, an electronic copy, so it'll be easier for me to follow the pattern. So I decided, just to cut down on the costs, because I have to pay for these, right? I will do it electronically, so it'll save me a little bit of money on the postage. So I'm sorry that I'm doing it like that, but if you don't like the way I'm doing this giveaway, you don't have to participate. But if you win, you are entitled to get either the cross stitch for the earth or cross stitch for the soul. You can choose whichever you want. I will buy it for you. Personally, I like cross stitch for the earth, but if you like cross stitch for the soul, I will not have problem with that. So, what are the rules? The rules are listed on my Instagram, but I will repeat them here and now. So first of all, you will have to like the post that I made on Instagram, and you have to um, tag a friend or family member or your dog. If your dog has its own Instagram, you can tag whoever you want, but the more people will get, the better for CLAIR, because it's bound with the second rule. Second rule is to subscribe to CLAIR. So when you are making a reply to my post and you attach another person to it, please make sure to put your YouTube username, because I will whenever I will randomly select someone through the comment picker on Instagram, I will check if you are subscribed to CLAIR. So please make sure you will subscribe to CLAIR, to Stitchlit by CLAIR. I will link her Flosstube down in the comment section down below. So please subscribe to her. I just want to I just want her to reach that 1,000 subscribers a little bit faster, and she didn't ask me to do it. I'm doing it because I want to, and it is my money, and I can do with it whatever I want. And this is a little act of kindness that I want to spread. So yeah, this is what I'm doing now. And if you don't like it, you don't have to participate in it. So yeah, this is just two mandatory rules that you have to go by. And third optional rule is comment on the CLAIR video, I love marmalade. This is something that I this is something that I thought that it'll be just hilarious to spam her Flosstube a little bit with sentence I love marmalade, just because not that I was craving marmalade or anything like that. It randomly appeared in my mind, and I thought, this sentence is hilarious. If you are not aware about the giveaway, and someone writes on your Flosstube I love marmalade, you don't know what's going on. And I like a little bit of chaos in my life, and I want to have something from this giveaway for myself. So it will not grant you extra entry in my giveaway, but it's just something nice to do for me. I'm not asking you to subscribe to my channel or to subscribe to my Instagram, but do me a favor and just leave that comment. It'll just make my day. Thank you. So, saying that, we are getting to the last bullet point on my list, which is my little music corner. On last Flosstube, someone commented that they were very disappointed that I didn't post any music corner for the last Flosstube. I didn't do that because I don't have I didn't have a lot of music that I want to talk about, because I want always to post something that is new or fresh or not well known. And actually, I don't know if you knew, but the music that is mainly music that is not well known or fresh or it's hidden gem, it's very hard to come by. So I didn't have a lot of things to talk about, but I tried to get through my playlists and see what I've got on my YouTube and on my personal selection, and I ended up throwing in a few songs. So I will try to post a little bit of note in the corner, or I don't know which side, whatever. So it'll be like a shortcut for you to go onto that list. So yeah. I have this list here. Hopefully my iPad will handle it. It is on 3%. I'm very sorry, iPad. I didn't want you to suffer more than necessary. Oh, what? Go away. Go on to YouTube and... Ah! Claire just posted a video. I will have a look. I will have a look. Yay. Oh, it's not live. What? Claire? You're full of surprises. Okay. Go to mine. So this time the playlist is called Music That Keeps Me Coming Back. And first song is the Satellite Station. It's by Satellite Station, and it's Satellites, simply called Satellites. And this is a very nice song. I really do like it, and it is telling. It's a tale about the story of a couple that satellites, you know, around each other. And I really do like the melody of the song, and yeah, you should totally watch it. And the next song is by The Lighthouse and the Whaler. It's called Into the Unknown. So I had a little bit of trouble finding this song, because if you type Into the Unknown, I don't know if you know, but if you type Into the Unknown in the YouTube search bar, you get all things Frozen, all about Frozen, Disney Frozen, and it's really hard to find it. But it is totally a hidden gem because of this. You have to dig through the Frozen stuff, Frozen yogurt, and you'll find this gem. So I linked it down below, so you should be able to find it without any problems. And the next song is by Volunteer. It's Make It Up As We Go. So it is about the weird state of a relationship when you are not sure what the other person means to you yet, and you are not sure how your relationship should go and how you should act with each other. So you just make everything up as you go. Simple. And next, it is by Our Atlantic Roots. It is Carry On, which is a beautiful song about trying to overcome your weaknesses and bad times and trying to better yourself. And yeah, it is a beautiful, beautiful song. And next song is by Tommy Ashby, and it's Happy Just to Know. And it is also a beautiful song. I really like to listen to it. It is a special piece for me. I don't know why, but I like the melody, I like the words, and it just flows nicely, and it puts me in a nice mood. So I would like you to to listen to it. Next song is by Ollie Wade, Love's Mistake, and it is also a very beautiful song, but it is flat in a way. But you know, not all of the songs that I listen to has to be uplifting and sad and such. You know, I'm not sure what's the word that I'm looking for, but you know, it has its place on my list, so you should totally listen to it and tell me what you think about it, because actually whenever I post lists like that, I guess I never get the feedback. Only Claire like openly commented on it on one of her Flosstube videos. So yeah, so tell me what you think. Next is a song by Ruslana. It is actually not a Russian lady. I think she's from Belarus. It is Wild Dances. It is one of the older songs. It's quite an old song, but it was a song by her on the Eurovision. If you don't know what Eurovision is, like a contest of different European countries when they compete in a contest whose songs is the best, and it is forbidden to enter the contest if you are like very well known band. So little smaller bands have opportunity to show their music to like bigger audience because it's being usually hosted each year. I think it is each year, and a lot of all the European countries are just coming in together and just celebrating on this little festival. It is aired at the same time around the Europe, so everyone is just voting live, and it is a nice experience actually. And next song it is Enigma, Return to Innocence. It is a old song and it's the most known song from my list. I think you actually probably might know it, but I still wanted to attach it here and just include it anyway because this is such a beautiful song. It is about returning to yourself, returning to the beginnings when everything was so innocent. When you were a child, a kid, everything was simple and your problems in your eyes were really big, but in reality, they were meaningless and not so um, like if you compare the problems that you have to face now to the problems that you had to face when you were a child, like I mean usually I'm not talking about some pathology or neglection or death of parents or like very very dark stuff, but usually if you are a child from a normal household your problems weren't that serious. So it is just going back to things that were simple, that um, your mind wasn't corrupted by media, by pornography or all-rounded sex and commercials that are trying to sell things through sex. So it is actually something else, and I really love this song. And whenever I hear it in the radio, I just crank it up and sing along because it's such a good little good song that gives me a nostalgic like vibe. So just listen to it. And the last song that I wanted to include, it is by artist known as Vile Valo. If you don't know who he is, I think he's from Finland. And I don't know if you know about the band named Him. It's His Infernal Majesty. So yeah, it was like a dark heavy metal band that was very popular in the 90s and 2000s, early 2000s. So the band eventually just broke up and disassembled. So yeah, he recently posted 2 or 3 new songs that he came up with after a long time of not hearing from her anything. And the one song that I really like that he posted recently is Run Away from the Sun. And it is a little bit on a rock and heavier side, but it's still like quite a mellow and nice song that I would like you to listen to. And saying that, I would like to end my Flosstube here, and I hope that you had a nice time and you weren't just sitting here, you were doing your cross stitching, you're being productive. And yeah, thank you so much for sticking with me, and I will see you in 2 weeks. I don't know what will happen or what happened and what will appear on this Flosstube, but after that I will just check out the CLAIR's video because I'm curious what she's talking about, because she is doing the Stitch Mania, which is very crazy. My Stitch Mania isn't that advanced as her. I am not starting 15 different projects. My Stitch Mania plans is start and finish the fox in this month, so I can frame it and give it to my friends, and they'll be happy. Then they will love me forever. Okay, guys, I will see you in 2 weeks' time. Bye. Take care. I guess I have to. Of course, I have to do it manually because my